Hello. Pull. Oh. Woo. Yeah. Woohoo.
Good afternoon, class. Today, requesting everyone to please stand for the prayer. Miss Malo, please lead the prayer. Okay, before you take your seats, kindly pick up the pieces of paper under your chairs. Arrange your chairs properly and organize. Lastly, keep all things not related to our subject inside your bag. How's your day so far, class?
We're good now.
That's good to hear. Before we begin our lesson, let's take a moment. I believe you're already now. I'll be checking the attendance. Very good. Everybody is present. Now, be reminded of our classroom rules that acronyms track. Everybody, please read.
Steady focus. Raise your hand when you want to answer. Eyes on the board. Sit properly. Hustle to learn and be happy.
Understand, class?
Yes, ma'am.
I am expecting everyone to be in their best behavior today. Before we proceed to our new lesson, let us first have a recap with our previous lesson. Can anyone tell me what is our previous lesson? Yes, Miss Mike.
Our last lesson in our last meeting was all about use appropriate punctuation marks and capitalization to convey meaning.
Very good. Today we're going to play a fun game to get us thinking about different types of movies. We'll be watching short clips from various movies and your job is to guess what genre each movie belongs to. After the clip, I will give you a few seconds to think and write your guess on a piece of paper. We will then discuss your guesses as a class. Are you now ready to watch the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, why do you think this clip was a horror movie?
Because it's scary.
Oh, very good, Miss Malo. Great answer. What clues in the clip made you think it was a comedy?
Because it's funny.
Very
It's funny,
good.
ma'am.
I appreciate your thoughtful answers. What elements of romance did you see in this clip?
Kiss, ma'am.
Very good, Miss Sumarago. Those were insightful answers, class. Knowing you've got a good grasp of today's lesson, let's begin our new lesson. Based on the activity that we did earlier, our lesson will focus on genres of viewing. Genres of viewing refer to categories that classify visual content based on their characteristics and purposes. But before we proceed to our lesson proper, let me first present to you the object themes for today's lesson so that we will be guided along with our discussion. Everybody, please read.
Identify the genre of material viewed. Differentiate the genres of viewing by examining the various examples presented and evaluate the importance of the material viewed by organizing the information gathered from the viewing.
Thank you. Is our objectives attainable, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Today we're going to explore how modern films connect to the rich storytelling traditions of pre-colonial Philippine literature. We'll be watching a trailer for the film Ang Babaeng Walang Pakiramdam. First, let's see how many of you are already familiar with this film. Raise your hand if you've seen it or hear it. Oh, you are already familiar. Now, as you watch the trailer, pay close attention to the visual elements, the images, the music, the way the characters look and act. Think about how these things contribute to the story. You will be divided into two groups. Each group will receive a half sheet of paper and 4 questions about the trailer. Discuss the question as a group and come to a consensus on your answer. One person from each group will write down the question and your group's answer on your half sheet of paper. Here are your questions. Now let's watch the trailer. All right. You will be writing your answers to the paper that I've provided you. You have 10 minutes to write down your answers. Do you have any question for this activity, class?
Yes, ma'am.
You may now start. Are you done, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now pass your paper.
Here, ma'am.
Thank you. Now let's proceed to our next activity. Here you will hear 2 audio clips played one after the other. Pay close attention to every sound you hear. After listening to each clip, write down which movie genre you think it represents. It's either horror, romance, action, comedy, and etc. Describe how images differ in characters, setting, mood, and visual style. Explain why you chose each game using specific examples from images. Write your answer in a 1/2 sheet of paper. Now pay attention to the audio. Okay. I will give you 4 minutes to answer. Write down your answers on a 1/2 sheet of paper. You have 5 minutes to answer. Do you have any questions, class?
None, ma'am.
Okay, you may now start. Time is up. Pass your paper, finish or not finish.
Here, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Now let's proceed to our next activity. Today we learned all about movie genres. To show how well you understand what we've covered, answer the following questions thoughtfully. These questions aren't about memorizing facts, but about thinking deeply about what we've learned and connecting the ideas together. Take your time and use complete sentences in your answers. So, I will provide you answer sheets to answer. You have 5 minutes to answer the questions. Please write your answers on the paper that I've provided you. Do you have any questions, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you may now start. Are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Now pass your papers. Thank you. I want to hear about your answers in this activity. Okay, what are the 3 most important things you learned about identifying movie genre?
Ma'am.
Yes, Miss Bayot.
So the 3 most important things are the characters, setting, and mood or tone.
Very good. If you were making your own movie, how would you use visual elements to show people what genre it is? Yes, Miss Malo.
A lighting, a costumes, and we have an Telling sign.
Great.
The visual element.
Great answer. How are different movie genres similar? Can you find any common elements between genres that might surprise you? Yes, Miss Norfaiza.
Similars between genres. Many genres blend. For example, action movies can have comedy elements and romances can have thriller.
Precisely. Last question. What was the most interesting thing you learned about movie genres today? And what? This could be something specific we discussed or a new connection you made on your own. Yes, Miss Sumarago.
Explaining genres to someone new, I describe genres by their typical character types, settings, and overall mood, using example of popular films.
Wow, great. You said showcasing active listening and strong understanding of today's lesson. Now let's proceed to our next activity. Get ready to transform yourselves into television. Divide into two groups, group 1, group 2. Each group will choose one of the following viewing genres: horror and romance. Here you are going to create a presentation that showcases the key characteristics of that genre. You have 5 minutes to brainstorm and prepare your showcase. After that, each group will present their showcase to the class. Let's see which group can best capture the essence of their chosen genre. Okay, group 1, are you ready?
Yes,
Okay, you may now start. Wow, very good, everyone. Engaging performance, group 1. How about group 2? Are you ready, group 2? Very good, such an engaging performance, class. Showcasing active listening and strong understanding of today's lesson. Now, to test your comprehension, we'll have a short assessment. I'll provide you with the answer sheet. You have 10 minutes to answer.
done, Mom.
What is it? Do you have any questions? Okay, you may now start. Time is up. Pass your papers, finished or not finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Now, for your assignment, here you are going to write a short essay in a one-whole sheet of paper. But it will consist 100 to 150 words about your favorite movie genre, horror, comedy, or romance. Tell me, what is your favorite genre? Why do you like this genre? What makes it fun or interesting to you? Name one movie from this genre that you really enjoy. Explain what you like about it. Alright everyone, we've had fun exploring the world of movies and genres today. We've learned about the characteristics of horror, comedy, romance films. Before we wrap up, I want to make sure everything is clear. Do you have any questions about we covered in this lesson for today's class?
None.
I guess that will be all. Goodbye, class.
Goodbye.